Lagos State Governor and other state events. I'm Adiola Akindele. In the highlights of the program today, Governor Sanwo-Olu inaugurates Search and Rescue Unit to boost emergency response on Lagos waterways. This and more after this time out. We'll begin today with this story. In recognition of good governance in Lagos, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been decorated as the grand patron of a social club, Oriwo Club, in Ikorodu. At the investiture ceremony on Sunday, the president of the social club, Adekunle Oduborisha, said the honor was to celebrate the resilience and diligence of the governor to the people of the state in the last 3.5 years. Oduborisha promised that the club, which has done many corporate social responsibility in Ikorodu division, will also renovate the Agbala Pediatric Center, which was the first general hospital in Ikorodu. While reeling out some of his achievements and ongoing projects in the Ikorodu division, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promised to support the social club to actualize the project, which will impact on children and parents, and also build a new general hospital in Ikorodu within the next 3 years. Governor Sanwo-Olu urged other social clubs in the state to support the less privileged in the society, which he noted is what humanity is all about.
We have not done it. Please tell us. Whatever I think and think that we have done, there can be new competition, but I want to assure you that this government is coming. And by the grace of God, give us that of God and we'll come back again, we will double commit ourselves again.
Also on Sunday, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu restated his commitments to make the state the #1 choice of food, culture and tourism. He stated this at the year 2022 Lagos Food Festival held at Muri Okunla Park on Victoria Island with the theme, A Taste of Africa. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who had attended the food festival consecutively in the last 3 years, expressed delight that the event was bigger and better than previous ones and emphasized that his administration would continue to project Lagos as a global brand.
Our culture, this is our heritage, this is who we are, this is Lagos, and we are indeed proud of our heritage. We're proud of what we're turning our dishes and our cuisines and our milk, what we're turning them to. Go out there and tell the world that this is Lagos.
Governor Sanwo-Olu joined some top African chefs participating in the food festival to prepare pepper soup to the delight of the large number of people who have turned up for the annual event. Over 10,000 persons from within and outside Lagos, registered for the event. In her remarks, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Abisola Olusoya, said plans are ongoing to make the festival a 2-day affair like some similar food festivals in the continent.
As we make it bigger, we'll definitely put it for a 2 or 3 day period. We call all those shows. We are hoping to make it something like that in the future.
Highlights of the food festival was the jollof rice war cooking competition between Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, and Kenya. On Monday, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu performed the groundbreaking ceremony for the redevelopment of High Court Igboshere with an 18-month completion date for the phase 1 of the project. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who acknowledged the resilient spirit of Lagosians even in the midst of intimidation following the destruction of public facilities during the EndSARS protests in 2020, commended the judiciary for working collaboratively with the executive and for effective dispensation of justice.
We will ensure that within the time frame that we've given ourselves, that we complete this phase 1 right on time, so that we can bring back, the Lady Justice, the Lions, and all of my judges that are waiting to go back into courtrooms that are befitting of the Lagos of our dream, that are befitting of a greater Lagos arising, that are befitting with the commercial economic nerve center of our country.
In a welcome address, the chairman, board of directors, Rebuild Lagos Trust Fund, Olayemi Kadoso, said among the 6 pioneer projects identified by the fund, the High Court in Igbohere holds historical significance to the state and Nigeria, hence the dedication to its restoration and upgrade. Kadoso appealed to Lagos residents to join government in its efforts to rebuild Lagos by visiting the website www.rebuildlagos.org.ng. The project's director and chief executive officer of Rebuild Lagos Trust Fund, Olujimi Utonu, noted that the project, which is in 2 phases, will have the colonial building redeveloped into a 3-story structure with modern equipment, while in the second phase, a 12 multi-story and multi-purpose structure will be built, with 3 stories used as parking facilities, housing 38 courts and chambers.
We're going to have 38 courts, 38 chambers. And then again, the beauty of this project is that the challenges that they had in the old court, like such as parking, there was acute parking challenge. So we addressed.
The chief judge of the state, Kazim Alugba, who went down memory lane to events prior to the attack, stated that the judiciary will come back stronger and better. The High Court premises, which once housed the Supreme Court of Nigeria before its relocation to Abuja, was touched when hoodlums invaded the premises during the EndSARS protest in October 2020, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu immediately signed an executive order constituting the Rebuild Lagos Trust Fund. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has appealed to Lagosians of voting age to pick up their permanent voters' cards, PVCs, from the various independent National Electoral Commission INEC officers in their localities. He made the call when he stopped by at the INEC office Monday in Sura area of Lagos Island to pick up his PVC alongside his deputy Obafemi Hamzat and some cabinet members. Governor Sanwo-Olu explained but he had redesignated his location and upgraded the PVC, which he came to pick up. Governor Sanwo-Olu reminded the people that it is only when they collect their PVCs that they will be able to exercise their franchise next year. Also, during the week, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu officially launched the year 2022 Armed Forces Remembrance Emblem as part of activities commemorating the Armed Forces Remembrance Day on January 15, 2023. Speaking on Monday at the Lagos House, Ikeja, Governor Sanwo-Olu, who acknowledged and commended the high level of professionalism displayed by the military, veterans, and fallen heroes in keeping the country safe. As the Yuletide approaches, Governor Sanwo-Olu urged them to ensure a crime-free environment and also advised Lagosians to say something when they see something.
This is when security vigilance is most, appropriate and is most important. So all of you that are in the security, architecture, please, ensure that we're able to provide a crime-free Yuletide season for our citizens and a season of merriment and appreciating God for coming to the end of another year.
The newly sworn-in chairman of the Nigerian Legion Lagos State chapter, Hakeem Wulimo, commended Governor Sanwo-Olu for his relentless efforts in supporting the Legion and all security agencies in the state, pledging that the Legion will continue to complement existing security architecture to keep Lagos safe and secure.
I want to, on behalf of all members of Nigerian Legion and its auxiliary arms in Lagos State, profoundly express our unalloyed gratitude to Mr. Governor for his consistent immense contributions of various forms, including but not limited to provision of 2 operational vehicles in 2019, provision of various monetary support to the activities of Legion in Lagos State, organization of impeccable electoral transition exercise.
In the high point of the event, Governor Sanwo-Olu was decorated with the insignia by the chairman, Nigerian Legion, Lagos State Chapter, while in turn, the governor decorated his deputy, Obafemi Hamzat, and some service chiefs. On Thursday, the Lagos State government held its year 2020 Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons with the theme, A Stone of Grace, taken from Proverbs 17, verse 8. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu read the 9th Bible reading from the book of John, chapter 1, verses 1 to 14, and thanks God for his mercies always, praying that if God tarries, he will be back as governor to host the next year's Christmas Carol of the state if re-elected into office.
And I want to say that indeed, it's been a wonderful time for us. It's been a glorious time for us. It's been a wonderful journey. And we believe that with you working with us, the journey of a greater Lagos is just rising. And it shall rise and rise and rise. With all of you.
Wife of the governor, Bijoke Sanwo-Olu, who read the 8th lesson from Matthew chapter 2, verses 2 to 12, thanks God for his love and utmost faithfulness by giving his son Jesus Christ, urging Lagos residents not to lose guard of the reason for the season, which preaches peace, hope, love, and joy.
As we celebrate, may we all be filled with joy, happiness, and blessings of Christmas. Lagos State and Nigeria will continue to experience remarkable growth, peace, and outstanding development in the matchless name of Jesus. Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2023.
In his welcome address, the State Commissioner for Home Affairs, Anofio Ilegushi, described the event as an avenue to take stock and reflect on all activities from the beginning of the year and express gratitude to God despite challenges for still standing tall by his grace and faithfulness.
This season teaches us to extend our hands of generosity and brotherliness towards mankind. We are required to spread love not only during Yuletide but throughout the whole year, and therefore I enjoin us all to emulate the virtues of Jesus Christ as demonstrated in his humility and service to humanity.
The carnival-like gathering organized by the First Family of the state in conjunction with the Ministry of Home Affairs had different church choir, gospel artists rendering music to the delight of the audience. And finally, on the program today, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the Waterways Monitoring and Data Management Center, as well as the State Waterways Search and Rescue Unit. The governor also unveiled 2 patrol units and used safe emergency device at the 5 Cowries Ferry Terminal, Falomo. Governor Sanwo-Olu reiterated his administration's commitment to greater Lagos through the adoption of multimodal system of transportation aimed at decongesting the roads, pledging the completion of the Blue Line Rail before the end of this year to complement transportation.
And one of the cardinal points of that pillar is the adoption of what we call a multi-nodal transportation system, which basically is meant to advance waterways infrastructure, rail infrastructure, and of course, reduce road infrastructure, because that's where we have all of the major congestion today. In the last 3.5 years, this administration has invested massively in the waterways infrastructure, and assets have been procured to encourage and promote public water transportation in the state.
In his remarks, Commissioner for Transportation Frederick Oladende said the development was to ensure speedy response to emergencies on the waterways and give more confidence to residents to embrace the water transportation to decongest traffic on Lagos roads.
It will help us detect and track vessels of any type and size, respond in real time to any emergency on the inland waterway, continuously survey, any boats on the channel and gather data needed to enhance the infrastructure of our inland waterways, thereby creating more confidence and trust in Lagosians to use our waterways.
Earlier, in an address of welcome, the General Manager, Lagos State Waterways Authority, LASWA, Damilola Emmanuel, said the floating clinics and search and rescue units would be situated strategically in 3 senatorial districts of the state, in Ikpakudu, in Ikorodu, Ijegun-Egba, and Falomo.
An automated manual action system integrated with alerts to enable efficient operator handling of events. It also allows the field operators, the water guards, to check and verify vessel.
And with that story, we conclude this week's edition of Lagos Update, a program that highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. You can listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on our website, www.trafficradio961.ng, and follow us on our various social media platforms: Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Lagos Traffic 961. You can download our app, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, from Play Store for more updates. You can as well follow me on Twitter at Adeola Akindele1. Thanks to my producer, Babatunde Akinyemi, and studio engineer Oyeshola Ola, with support from Raphael Jeremiah and the social media team. The executive producer is Tayo Akunle. I am Adeola Akindele. Next week is another date. Stay blessed and stay safe.
All right, that's this Lagos update for this week, and of course you can watch out for the next edition next Saturday. All right, it's time to switch jets to Sports Lane with Dare Johnson. Okay, the latest updates in terms of sport now is the Croatia match against Morocco. Wow. I was actually rooting for Morocco to win, but the good news is that they are the first African country to get to the 3rd place. At least we will take that one. Well,
not enough. As much as it's a record-breaking moment for African teams at the World Cup, but it would have been nicer if we got our hands on the 3rd place trophy. But at least they are still the 4th best team in the tournament. It's still good. Hopefully, the next World Cup, which will be 2026, will do better. We'll have more African teams progressing to the stage of quarterfinals, stages rather of quarterfinals and semi-finals, possibly final. We could even, root for or expect an African team to win it next time.
Next time. Well, the next World Cup. All right, Dare Johnson, take it away, Sport Lane.